A little bit of slipping in there. And try it again. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Out here at the Avon Park Field, we're gonna take up the Hangar 9 Valiant 20cc, have some fun with her. Right, left, up, down, right, left.
Full span aileron.
All right.
Full aileron.
There is no wind at all. So, got a 8-minute timer, high rates. Get down here and get turned around here. All right.
Starting this party over.
All right, here we go. Let's have some fun with the Valiant. Sorry, Mama and my son both had to work, so just me and the hat cam. Oh, my hatch just came up. I gotta go back in there and secure that hatch. Dang it, I forgot to do that. So let me land
Landing flaps.
the plane. Let's try this again. We're not what you call scripted and planned and all that good stuff on Fat Guy Flies RC. We just deal with it as it comes. Almost everything I do on this channel. All right, I think it's in there now. Almost everything I do on this channel is just by the seat of my pants. But you know what? The whole point, come out here and have some fun. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just having some fun. There's like no wind at all. So it doesn't even matter which way I take off. The last time I flew, I didn't have any problem at all with that hatch. So. A little bit of down elevator needed.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
Oh, such a good flying plane.
Full span aileron.
Beautiful plane too. It's just so beautiful.
Landing flaps.
Oh, and by the way, you want to run those lights on a 3-cell. A little JST connector.
Flaps up. Time remaining 6 minutes.
Very little elevator needed. A little bit of elevator needed to maintain inverted. Not too bad. I love the markings underneath this plane. All right, let's see how this crow works.
Full crow. Slow the Valiant down. Time remaining 5 minutes. Flaps up.
Okay, crow works really well. Just a big, another big majestic beauty.
ESC 21, 41 volts.
It didn't like that. You don't have to fly crazy all the time.
Full crow. Slow the Valiant down. Time remaining 4 minutes. Flaps up. ESC 22, 34 volts.
All right. No flap landing this time. Do a touch and go. More of a slap and go.
Landing flaps.
All right. Very forgiving plane.
Flaps up. Time remaining 3 minutes.
I wonder how it doesn't save.
Safe mode.
All right, let's land it. We'll take off and save.
Landing flaps. Flaps up.
Never mind. I'm going to be way out there. We're in safe right now.
Landing flaps.
Come on, baby. Come on out of the sky.
Flaps up.
All right. Get turned around here. And we're going to take off and land in safe. All right. Taking off and safe, landing in safe. Even though that was a landing in safe. All right. Took off and safe.
ESC 21, 3 volts. Time remaining 2 minutes. Full landing flaps.
I wonder.
Braking.
Oh, I do have brakes.
Flaps up.
All right, well, we took off in safe, landed in safe. Let's take it back to the bench here and we'll talk about it. Good looking plane. Good flying plane. All righty. Sorry I have to be under the cover here. Show you what's, I had 1 minute and 47 seconds left on a I don't know. Let me start it over. Sorry, on a, I think an 8-minute timer. Yeah, 8-minute timer. And that gave me 30% left, so I need to set my timer for 5 minutes. I don't think be honest with you, maybe the battery wasn't all that charged. Yeah, it wasn't charged enough, so I have been in a hurry to get out of here, from what I guess, because I only got 30% left, so that's bad on me. But let's go over our rates and everything, AS3X settings and all that. All right, let me show you the rates I just flew in. Ailerons are 100% with 30% expo, and this is what they look. Normal ailerons. Okay. Elevator 100%, 30% expo. Rudder 100%, but with 40% expo. That battery was charged, but it's an old Smart G2, but it's an old one when it first came out, so that may be the problem. The other thing is I didn't bring the proper checker to check it, so I'm having to go by the telemetry. It probably has more like 40% left in it. All right, let's go over our AS3X settings. Make sure your prop is off. Okay, forward programming, gyro settings, AS3X. The gains I just flew in, 13, 17, and 20 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Priority all at 140 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with heading, stop, lock, all at 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Gains are one-time gains. All right. CG on the plane. If you hear that roaring, that's the fan on top of that Smart ESC running. I think it's got 120 amp ESC, and it's got a, all right, let me get, CG is 85 millimeters back from the leading edge root. Kind of heavy, so that is perfect. Perfect right there. Absolutely perfect. All righty. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, battery placement. I'll get in here to show it to you. Kind of a mid-ground battery placement. Dang it. Kind of in the middle there. Hopefully you can see that. And then back there is a 600 milliamp 3S Admiral 3S battery to run those lights with a JST connector. This is not a small UMX plane. She's got some weight to her, but beautiful plane, absolutely beautiful plane. So, alrighty, well there you go, folks. I want to thank y'all for watching. That was the flight of my Valiant, which I crashed out there in the field when my elevator disintegrated on me, basically. So, and there you go. But we're all rebuilt and redone and beautified and all that kind of good stuff. All right, God bless y'all. Jesus is the Lord. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and then E-Flight Valiant from Hangar 9, 20cc. Bye-bye. All right.
Motor on and ready to cut you up.
All right, folks.
Careful.
Going to take out the Valiant again. Second flight. This will be the bonus flight. So kind of a long video, but hey, get to see this beautiful Valiant. Stay out here and do some grass hops. Got a 5000 HRB inside of there. Instead of that G2. All right. Here we go. Right, left, up, down.
Full span, normal ailerons.
A little bit of my favorite thing to do, touch and go practice. Got a 3S, Admiral 3S in there running the lights. Sorry, Mama and my son both are working, so it's just me and the hat cam out here today. So the footage isn't as close as it could be with my family films, but when you're by yourself, it's hard to zoom and focus at the same time, fly at the same time. I know, wah, 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 right? Basically, it's impossible. Man, talk about great flying plane. Oh, a little up, a little bit down elevator. A great flying plane, though.
Full crow. Slow the Valiant down.
Well, that crow slows it right down, though.
Flaps up.
A little upward spiraling knife edge here. Well, the gnats are bad right now. But I got bug spray on my face and on my hat, on my head and everything. And they hate it because they don't want to land on me, but they certainly are hovering around my face in front of me. Mainly, I just don't like they land on my ears. That drives me nuts.
Full crow. Slow the Valiant down.
Yeah, this crow works great. I didn't like it at first. I love it now. And it's Model Aviator's crow settings too, by the way.
Flaps up.
A little bit of slipping in there. Try it again. That's one thing I'm with these kind of planes, doing slips. That's where I'm. There, a little bit of one. Kind of like a downward descending knife edge. It's the way I wrap my brain around it anyways. Well, I'm trying to figure it out. I guess you got to have more descent authority.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Just something I got to practice. That's the only way to learn to slip, is you got to just practice it. A lot of the same discipline as a knife edge. What a great flying plane though.
Landing flaps.
Regular landing flaps this time.
Flaps up.
Well, I do love this plane. All right, no flap landing this time.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
That was 3 landings for the price of 1 there.
Full crow. Landing flaps. Full crow. Slow the Valiant down. Flaps up.
All righty. Let me show you crow real quick.
Landing flaps. Full crow.
That's
Slow
full
the
crow.
Valiant down. Braking. Cruise mode. Flaps up.
All right, let me just tell you my settings real quick. Same as before, but ailerons 100%, 30% extra. I'm sitting in a hole right now. Elevator 100%, 30% expo, and rudder 100%, 40% expo. All right. Flap settings with crow and everything. Flaps up, nothing. I don't have takeoff flaps. Landing flaps are a -100 on the flap, 20% down elevator, 0% on the crow. Crow is a -100% on flaps, +95% on ailerons, and a 24% down elevator mix. 2-second deployment on that. All right, forward programming, which is what I ended up in.
Motor is off and safe to approach.
You know, I've already gone over this, the other one, but we'll go over it again. Gains are 13, 17, and 20 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Priority all at 140 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with heading stop lock, all at 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And gains are one-time gains. And there you go. All right, well, let's go check the battery and see how much is left in the tank. We had 1.5 minutes left. So let me pause, get you up there. All righty. Had 50% left. And still had 2 minutes on a 7-minute timer, so flew for a full 5 minutes, and that's with 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38. All right, per cell. And that's my battery replacement. That's a 5000 HRB, and you can see the receiver back in there, and that little 600 milliamp 3S Admiral is what runs the lights on the JST. Okay. Now that roaring sound you're hearing, that is the fan that is on the ESC. Alrighty folks, well thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. That is the 20cc Valiant from Hangar 9, purchased at Motion RC, purchased at Horizon Hobby. God bless y'all, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, Jesus is Lord, and big old Valiants. Bye-bye.